I'd like to pay tribute to a friend of ours who died 28 years ago, sorry, of HIV and AIDS complications from. Well, we met like in the mid 80s in France, back in France, and then when I moved to London, to the UK, he was living here with his partner, so we got closer and we were best mates. It was like, family, really. We're far from our own family. He didn't have to tell me because, it was known in the group, and, you can see that he was not well. It was obvious. So we talked about it, how he was doing and the problems that he had, because it was before the treatments and treat therapies. And so it was obvious. The emotion was to feel really in a sort of a bubble. There was the world around, who didn't want to acknowledge what was going on. Do you remember ACT UP, when they have silence called death? It felt a bit like that, it was us and then the rest of the world. There were no really treatments or, working treatments. So the emotion, it was really to feel a deep, bond as well, together. So of course there's an ache, it's quite, thinking back on it, it can be still painful, but there was a deep closeness. It was real family. It's the family that know you really well, and you don't have to have a facade or, to pretend anything else. It's real. When it was not treatable, when you had to hide it. For instance, my friend, at the end of his life, he wanted to see his mom, and she never came to see him because it was, it was... AIDS, was like, it was obvious that you were gay, so it would force you to come out, to families. So even, during his funeral, the priest, the Catholic priest, lied, basically. He said he died from cancer. Death, was again, closeted again. So that's why, I wanted to talk about him. Well, he was a character. He was really like a mother in the group. He said he was Sophia from the Golden Girls, because he was like a mother, really. He was just 1 or 2 years older, but he was really the mother of the whole group. Family was really important to him. I think the main thing, it was very basic for me. It was the treatment, because it was just on the cups of changing. So it felt just being able to be treated and to stay alive, basically, was a huge improvement. Huge improvement. The improvement is massive, to be able to live a life, with HIV and not being bedbound and dying of it. It's the main thing, is to be able to live your life.